Hi, this is Brenda with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Nevada Properties, Woodcock Real Estate Group. I just want to say the other day I had the best time interviewing Tyler from Bridge Home Inspections. And you know what? As I was going through the video, I realized I had some audio difficulty. So I figured the major news networks have audio difficulty. You know what? It's okay for me to have it. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about why the interview, and then when the volume actually comes in, you'll know. All right, so stay tuned. So Tyler from Bridge Home Inspections was so gracious and to come to my office. And so what we talked about is how important it was for buyers to get a home inspection during their due diligence time. It's really funny because I didn't realize there were so many things that goes along with home inspections. 1,000 things that they inspect. Parts that kind of got cut off and you didn't hear was we were talking about the internal walls and how they detect for moisture. Remember, they can't open the wall if they see a stain, they can't investigate any further than using an apparatus. And I guess what Tyler called it is a moisture, what I'm looking on here is a moisture meter that meters or registers if there's any moisture in the wall. So again, they can't open any walls. They can just do a little reading, kind of like an infrared, I guess, so to speak. Now the sound is coming up in just a few seconds, and you're going to hear him say irrigation. And so what we were talking about is that he cannot investigate underground irrigation systems whatsoever. He can most likely turn them on to see if there's any water like sprouting everywhere, or if there's any leaking in visual leaking in terms of one of those sprinkler heads being off or whatever. So, and then you'll hear him say, referencing low voltage, and that would be kind of like cable and internet. He can't check for that. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy it. Take care. Bye.
Irrigation or low volt cables such as internet, speaker wire, things like of those nature.
Oh, okay.
Also, we can only check the visual components again. So if something's in a wall or behind a wall, I can't check it, but I can check maybe where it comes out of the wall or both ends of it. So I can check outlets. I might not see the wire behind it.
Okay. So in other words, you can't check whether there's the cable box is working or the cable internet's working.
Correct.
Okay, that's something with the cable company that they take care
Exactly.
of. Okay, fantastic. You're working with myself as a buyer's agent or anybody else out there. For home inspections, it's pretty important for myself and you as a client to come to the inspection during the home. So why is that? Why is it important for the agent and the buyers, the clients, actually come to the home when you're towards the end of the inspection? Why is that important?
Yeah, I mean, I think all our clients and buyers should show up at a home inspection towards the end so that you're not in the inspector's way during the initial inspection, but we can still walk you through the inspection, what we found, where it is, right? If you're in a home that has 4 bedrooms and we say the guest bedroom closet door is off track, right? Mm-hmm. That can be kind of hard to locate if you haven't visually seen it.
Oh, okay. So you're just looking at a report. And by the way, that report is going to be over 100 pages long. So you and I will go over each of the items on that page. But again, he's mentioning the closet and the guest bedroom. So unless you're there, you're not going to know that it's the guest bedroom in the front, right? So he's not going to be able to tell you that.
Okay. So not only does it help identify where things are, we can also expand on any issues we have, right? And if you have a question about something in the report, you can immediately ask me. You're not getting the report and then having to track me down after the fact.
Okay.
And I've probably done 4 or 5 other inspections since then.
Okay. So that's all going to be mumble jumbled in your head.
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic. So with this home inspection being said, the buyers, you as a buyers, do pay for this during your due diligence time when the contract is accepted by the seller. So we're going to go ahead and give Tyler a call at Bridge Home Inspections, and he's going to let you guys know how much it's going to cost, and it's about how would you guys determine the cost of the home inspection.
Yeah, I'd say most homes average are between $300 and $400, okay. But that number varies based on square footage, age of the home, and complexity. If you're in a small tiny condo, it's cheaper.
Mhm.
If you're in a large home that has a a lazy river built into the backyard,
Okay.
or even things such as a normal pool, septic system, a well,
Okay.
not on public systems,
Okay.
we're going to want to check those. But that's extras that we have to check for. It's not much
Okay.
per system.
Okay, fantastic. Here's the big thing that we've run into in the past with some of my buyers is, wow, those are a lot of cracked tiles on that roof. So what does that really mean exactly?
So cracked tiles are really common. If I did 100 inspections, I'd probably find 100 homes with cracked tiles,
Okay.
one or two. The tiles themselves are not what protect your roof.
Oh.
There is a thin underlayment, wax paper or felt, that protects or sheds water away from the wood.
Okay.
But that is very fragile and susceptible to UV rays from the sunlight. So that thick tile is just protecting that thin layer underneath it.
Okay.
So if the tile has just got a crack in it, there's still no UV rays getting through there. That is still protected.
Okay.
But over time, that tile will shift and move. And now, if you have an open, exposed tile, then that UV underlayer, the underlayment will get affected by the UV, and then you can get a leak.
When you're doing the home inspection on the roof, whatever, we got to make sure everyone's safe. So how do you go about doing inspections on homes and the roofs and things like that?
Yeah, so if it's a single-story shingle roof, you can walk it. It's fairly safe. You're low to the ground, and there's no risk of breaking tiles. Anything higher, we actually use a drone. So this has got a camera on the end. We can pilot it, and we can fly over the property and get a bird's eye view. We can get nice and close, check your roof penetrations, the flue pipes. We can also check for cracked or damaged tiles or other issues.
Okay.
And we also don't risk damage.
Okay, fantastic. And that's something we'll discuss when we get together, when the home inspection report is sent to you when it's complete. Talking about the roof inspection, here's a piece. This is just a piece of the puzzle. It's a summary. You'll get about 100 pages of different itemized things, and then you'll get what is kind of like, what is this page of?
Yeah, so this is just examples of what we'll find in the report. So you're going to get, this is some damaged roof tiles. It's kind of hard to see in the photo, but there's a cracked tile here, another cracked tile here, and then some down here. So this will print out. It's also in PDF form.
Okay.
And it's not just photos, just above and below each section we'll have a written description of what we're pointing out and showing here.
Okay.
So that you can just have a visual idea of what it is, and it's not just words on the page.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. That's very helpful, right? Okay, so then here's another piece that's maybe part of electrical or GFI, which is real important that each area needs to have one of those GFIs, because you hear and you have no electricity. So that's what this says.
Yeah, so down here on the bottom of this, you can actually see this is an exterior GFCI outlet. That stands for ground fault circuit interrupter. Anytime you have a potential water source, they basically build in a breaker into the outlet.
Okay.
And so that's to prevent potential shock or injury.
Okay.
These trip much faster than a traditional breaker. It's for safety. And here, it's kind of hard to say, but we have a picture of it, and then there's a description. There was no power at the patio GFCI, and it would not reset. And then we also describe the item we're finding here. And then we'll go on further to say we recommend further evaluation by a licensed electrician or professional to repair or replace that, so that when you move in, that outlet doesn't have power. So you can either have that fixed prior to closing or have that addressed after you move in.
Okay, fantastic. So another question we found out the other day and did previously is that these home inspectors, they do a fantastic job, but remember, they can't enforce the code. So they can't tell you that something's not to code. And
correct. So just like you are regulated by the Nevada revised statutes, so are we. There's certain things we are and are not allowed to do. And a few of those items are, we cannot give warranties or say something will last X amount of years.
Okay.
I can't give you quotes on prices or repairs, and I can't quote code.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't mean I can't identify that something is deficient. I just cannot say this breaks this code.
Okay.
I will simply say this was substandard, or this does not meet current standard practices.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, as you know, I love to say the word so, but just want to, for your peace of mind and for just to have you have this in the back of your pocket or wherever you're going to file it, that the home inspection is
Yeah, so it's only a snapshot of the home the day we did the inspection.
Okay.
I'm pretty qualified in most areas of a home: plumbing, electrical, roofing, structural, but I am not omnipotent. I don't know everything, and I can only do the visual components. We can check for red flags, but I can't, as we said earlier about NRS statutes, I can't guarantee the lifespan of things. Things can still fail, even days, hours, or weeks after the inspection. All I can do is evaluate it at the time of the inspection and say, is it working? Has any red flags? Is it making any weird noises? Is it flickering, damaged, broken, cracked? So just keep that in mind. We do our best, but things can still break or fail after you move in.
Okay. So again, it's the day in the snapshot, just like when you take a picture. Boop, boop. It's just that time frame. So I just want to say thank you so very much for your time
I'm
and
glad to
coming
be
out
here.
here. Yay. So don't forget to give Tyler or any of the home inspectors at Bridge Home Inspections a call, and their number is.
That's right here, 722
Oh, that is so easy to remember. I don't know. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. Yay.